South Korea remains in the grip of political drama days after the country's prime minister was appointed acting president. The opposition has tabled a motion to impeach him as well. Early in the day, the Democratic Party introduced a motion in parliament to impeach Duck-Soo. This is the second top leader the opposition is looking to oust from office. The ruling party has slammed the opposition, accusing it of attempting to paralyze the government and triggering a deeper crisis.
민주당의 탄핵 폭주, 탄핵 쓰나미가 이제 국정 마비를 넘어서 국정을 초토화시키고 있습니다. 오늘 민주당이 탄핵하겠다는 것은 한덕수 권한대행이 아니라 국정을 탄핵하고 민생을 탄핵하고 외교를 탄핵하고 대한민국을 탄핵하겠다는 것입니다.
Opposition lawmakers had threatened to impeach the acting president if he did not complete the process of appointing 3 judges to fill the Constitutional Court's vacancies. And that is exactly what happened in Parliament today. Duck-Soo decided to defer the judicial appointments, citing political infighting as a reason.
여야가 합의하여 안을 제출하실 때까지 저는 헌법재판관 임명을 보류하겠습니다. 여야가 합의하여 안을 제출하시면 즉시 헌법재판관을 임명하겠습니다.
The Constitutional Court is set to begin hearing the case against suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol weeks after he briefly imposed martial law in the country. Ever since, South Korea has been rocked by frequent protests calling for Yoon Suk-yeol to resign. Mr. Collins Chong Yu-kiat is a Foreign Affairs and Security Strategist. Is now joining us from Kuala Lumpur. He works at the University of Malaya. He's now joining us from Kuala Lumpur. Mr. Chong, thank you very much for making time for us and welcome to the broadcast. It looks like there will be an imminent vacuum in South Korea in the coming few days, if at all Duck-Soo is impeached like the president. What do you think will be the political scenario of the country in the coming few days?
Well, it is a continuation of the recent gridlock between the two parties. We have seen how the deep distrust and mistrust between both warring factions. And also, of course, the opposition, the Democratic Party, has accused the People Power Party that they have failed to carry on with their promises to relook the whole saga, and of course also for Hunt, accusing him of failing to live up to the pledge to uphold the constitution, failure to appoint the justices, as well as a lot of this recent momentum of him being accused of failing to have this to adhere to the calls for the investigation into the First Lady, as well as also on Suk-yeol. Now that we have this hearing coming up this week. So this turmoil has been, it's not a recent case. It has been ongoing for the past couple of months. Suk-yeol's deep resentment among the people of Suk-yeol, also of course with the First Lady, and this is the culmination of the months-long saga of the political turmoil in South Korea, and also of course he has also raised concerns with his neighbors in Japan and China, and seeing how also the majority of the South Korean people have also raised concerns on where this will also create the future of South Korea, especially with this impending threat from North Korea, as well as also to a certain extent from China. And we have also seen all the recent polls that a majority of South Koreans now are also open to the idea, the notion of going nuclear to ensure that its own security and safety are being taken into account.
Mr. Chong, what happens if the court does not uphold the impeachment of Yoon Suk-yeol? What happens to South Korea then, very quickly?
Well, we have seen also, this the most important will be how will this recent call to impeach Han will continue, and there have been talks of the finance minister might be might step up to assume the role, but it remains to be seen because there has been this different debates and confusion as to whether it will require a simple majority or two-thirds majority of the parliament to successfully carry out the call for impeachment of Han. And also, it remains to be seen as to how the court will decide on the ruling of Suk Yul later on this week. For now, of course, we have seen how a majority of factions with the People Power Party will still support Han, and they will see that the calls from the opposition have started to have these displays of this great internal resentment of the establishment party. And of course, we don't see the great potential of this to go haywire for the next couple of days unless there's been this, a greater push by the Democratic Party. But as of now, Han will still remain in power as the acting president. And but the main, the decision making and also the main arguments will start when we see how the court will decide when the ruling on Suk Yul will commence later on this week.
All right, so we'll have to leave it there. I've been talking to Mr. Collins Chong Yu Kiat from Kuala Lumpur. Yeah. Mr. Collins, thank you very much for your time and for talking to us today. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.